Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. You know, there is a historical national treasure right here on the shores of downtown Cleveland, the USS Cod, and I want to learn a little bit about it today. Joining me now, Paul Ferrace, the president of the USS Cod Memorial. First of all, thanks for having me on your ship.
Oh, no problem.
Well, give me a brief background. It's a loaded question. A brief history of the USS Cod and how it came to live right here outside of Burke Lakefront.
Well, Cod was, 80 years ago, Cod was out in the Southwest Pacific, sinking enemy ships, rescuing a Dutch submarine crew, doing all that, you know, kind of Hollywood glory, heroic stuff. And then after the war ended, 80 years ago today in the deck of the Missouri, it was put into mothballs, but eventually it was brought to Cleveland in 1959 to be a dockside trainer right here so that submarine reservists could keep their skills up. And while they were doing that, they would allow school groups to take tours, Cub Scouts. My dad was a Cleveland school teacher. He brought his summer school class down here in 1966. I tagged along, fell in love with it. And now, well, next year will be my 50th year with the Cod.
Wow.
60th with, you know, knowing about the Cod, so.
Now, you kind of mentioned it, 80 years, that's a big anniversary for the Cod. Talk about that.
Right, well, you know, 80 years ago on the deck of the battleship Missouri, the Japanese surrendered, signed the instrument of surrender, a 20-minute ceremony, but really radically changed the world. America started out as a big industrial power, but ended up 5 years later as the only real superpower. And economically and militarily, we were in the lead. And you know, that's what I consider that the modern era. On the downside, the minute the Japanese signed that surrender document, Cod was obsolete because she was built to conduct unrestricted submarine warfare against a merchant navy. Well, the Soviets didn't have a merchant fleet, really. I mean, so submarines were left to find a new mission, which they eventually did.
Yeah. Well, now it's here. It's for all of us to explore. When people come to explore the Cod, what can they find underground in the depths? What is that like?
Well, Cod is a National Historic Landmark. So I have an excellent crew. They have restored the boat to the way it looked when it was in operation. So we've gotten a lot of stuff that we were missing over the years. We've got it back aboard. We've opened and cleaned spaces. And it looks like the crew is still living aboard and they're ready to take it to sea. So you walk through basically, I think, a living submarine. So it's there for you to explore. If you're a tech person, you can certainly explore the technology. If you're interested in the human aspect, how did 95 guys live for up to 75 days in a sewer pipe? Well, that's there to discover as well.
If you have claustrophobia, working in a submarine is not for you.
Well, you know, it's a sliding scale.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're really claustrophobic, stay on the deck, look through the periscope, play with the deck guns, but try to get below because it's an amazing and rewarding experience.
There's so much to learn about what this ship went through. So much to learn.
And we're still learning.
Still learning to this day. You know, if people want more information, let's give us the hours, let's give us how they come visit, things like that.
Well, Cod is open daily 10 to 5, and we're going to be open year-round. We have some fun events planned for the coming fall and winter. 10 to 5 every day. Right here, we have free parking. We have a web page, usscod.org. We have a Facebook and a YouTube channel, USS Cod Submarine Memorial. So if you want to learn how to flush a submarine toilet or bake bread on a submarine or program a torpedo, we've got that covered.
Wow, you know, and the USS Cod is nestled right here in between the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Burke Lakefront Airport. Very easy to find. Paul, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Pleasure to have you aboard.
Yeah. Here's a look at what we're working on for today's newscast. The final summer senior walk drew quite the crowd. We take a look back at the 13 walks organized by the Department of Aging and what's coming up next to keep seniors active in the colder months. Plus, there's a new rental development in Cleveland We were at the ribbon cutting ceremony for the 89th Rising in the central part of the Fairfax neighborhood. It's their last test before becoming Cleveland firefighters. I went to this live burn training and spoke with cadets ahead of their graduation. It was a fun and successful summer of senior walks organized by the City of Cleveland's Department of Aging. It's an important series of events held throughout the summer that keep our seniors active and connected to one another. Here's a look at how the walks went.
All right, here we go.
I am here to get longevity. I want to live longer, so I know exercise help me be better and greater. It's a good blessing for us to do it together. We do it together as one.
Well, not only do we enjoy the walk, but we've met new friends.
Here we love these walks, and we love the City of Cleveland for giving them for us.
As the saying goes, health is what?
Wealth.
Health is wealth, right?
The Department of Aging team really steps up and comes out of the office and makes these happen. It's been a great season. 13 different parks, 13 different Wednesdays. We didn't get rained out at all. And we added in a sunset stroll too. So 14 walks.
It's great to have the walks like this, number one, because it's safe for us seniors. It keeps us healthy, and we learn a lot from different agencies that come out to the events.
But most definitely, as you get older, you need to keep moving, you need to keep walking. You know how they say if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So I'm a young senior, but I am gonna use it, okay? Because I'm not trying to lose it, okay?
I'm 69.75 years. I am trying to get 100, so this is why I am here.
Seniors are awesome, and I am so glad to be part of this community.
Being a senior in the City of Cleveland for me is a great opportunity because it gives me a chance to get out of my home, to be with people my age, and to be creative and to feel safe.
Our community, 1 out of 5 residents is 60 years of age and older. And so we're a strong force, and we're stronger together when we share information, share resources, develop connections. So that's what we hope at the Department of Aging.
What a fun series. And now it's time to fall into fitness. The Aging Department is partnering with 4 different city rec centers for indoor walks in the fall. Those will happen at Zelma George, Gunning Park, Collinwood, and Frederick Douglass. It's the final test of the Fire Training Academy's cadets before they graduate and move on to become Cleveland firefighters. And I was there to witness the simulation of a house on fire and how they work together to put it out. What may look like an old burned down house behind me is actually the training ground for the group of Cleveland Fire cadets as they put all their hard work together to put out a simulated fire.
This class, the Fire Training Academy, has been preparing for this scenario and these scenarios for the past 4 or 5 months.
Firefighter Gerardo Colon said the cadets are anxious to get their hands dirty during the simulation.
So the cadets are very excited because they've been practicing for this for weeks and months, and now they get a chance to actually fight fires in an actual home instead of a training grounds, which they've been doing recently. So they're very excited. They're very ready for their graduation on September 12th, and they're prepared for it.
Fire cadets Valerie Knight and Claudia Coffey both say they are more than prepared to handle the challenges of today's simulations.
We've had some great instructors, and even the classmates have been great.
Talk about through the academy time, coming together and bonding as a team with your classmates. What was that like?
It was definitely quite the experience at the beginning, not knowing anyone, being very timid and shy about things, but I think we've all come to really know each other, and we'll definitely look out for each other for the rest of our lives.
Fire cadets John Vertal and Emmanuel Diaz spoke to me about today's amazing experience.
Oh, it's been great. I think a lot of the work that we put in has prepared us for it, so it's nice to be able to put it into practice.
What are some of the stations you worked at?
So far I've been in observation, so really just seeing inside the fire room, how we're going to knock it, how we're going to ventilate afterwards, and then working on throwing up ladders for ventilation as well.
Annie, how about you? What's your experience been like so far?
It's been great. We got a lot of good instructors and lieutenants down at the FTA, so they've really prepared us well to come on the streets and really serve the community.
Today's fire burn was a culmination of months of intense training and learning that led up to this very day where they put all of their work into effect on this fire burn. In a couple weeks, they'll be graduating to become firefighters in the city of Cleveland, and all I can say is congratulations and best of luck. Hoops After Dark, hosted by the Cleveland Cavaliers, is wrapping up. I spoke with the program coordinator about its popularity and success this season. And these apartments are designed to give the appearance of the Victorian houses that once anchored part of East 89th Street. We'll tell you about the new rental development now available in Cleveland's Fairfax neighborhood.
Today's vote, in my eyes, is not a very difficult one.
Did you know that in the city of Cleveland, you can text 911 and the message goes directly to our communications center? Our dispatch staff will communicate with you via their keyboard, asking the same questions necessary to dispatch police, fire, or EMS emergency services. Keep this in mind if you are in the city and making an emergency phone call that might be a challenge.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
Hi, my name is Gabriela Lopez, and I am the Community Engagement Coordinator for Family Connections. We are here to help parents and children learn and grow together. You can find us here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. Right now, we offer fun playgroups, help for parents, and tools to support your child's learning and development. Soon, we will be starting pop-up playrooms where kids can play and learn, and parent cafes where grown-ups can talk, share ideas, and get support. Come visit us at our playroom to learn more, or go to familyconnectionsneo.org. We are happy to be here with you today.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe here on the historic USS Cod. Cleveland's most popular program, Hoops After Dark, is coming to an end. So I recently spoke to program coordinator Samantha Holmes to learn more about why this program works so well. Hey, we're talking Hoops After Dark, and joining me is Samantha Holmes, Senior Program Manager with Youth and Family Success here with the City of Cleveland. Samantha, it's a beautiful day outside. It's still a great time for basketball, but at nighttime is when the basketball really happens, right? Tell me about Hoops After Dark.
Yes, and so we are in our 4th season of Hoops After Dark. We are excited. We have over 100 league participants. With our 4th season, we are taking midnight basketball and reimagining it. And so under Mayor Bibb's administration, it was an opportunity to have a fresh look at midnight basketball. And with his violence prevention work, we rebranded it as Hoops After Dark. It's a league focused on young men 18 to 26 to give them an opportunity in a competitive way to have fun on the court, but also provide wraparound services off the court.
We'll talk about those services. I know there's a lot of workshops. What are those workshops? What do they do? How do they help?
Yes, and so each year we try and, level up a little bit more by listening to our players and being responsive. And so our first 3 years of Hoops After Dark, we actually had workshops, game nights for our players. This year, we actually did it as a conference-style format. So we kicked off our season with our community partners, wrapping supports around our players with workshops that range from financial literacy, mental health, wellness, overall well-being, also with employment opportunities as well. And so it's an opportunity for our league players to think about life skills as they are managing being adult men. And so whether that's self-care, whether that's support for their family, or just overall resources for their family, that's what the workshops are there to provide. And even beyond just the workshops, we have our social support specialists that are on site each game night to continue that support and level of engagement, connecting to community resources.
What's the age range for Hoops After Dark?
The young men that participate in the league are 18 to 26 years old.
Okay. Have you talked with anyone who's been in it before or maybe are coming back? What's their reaction? Talk about what they think about Hoops After Dark.
Yes, and so we are excited. One of the statistics we look at each year are returning players. And so when we look at the past 3 seasons, we are excited this year that we do have a large percentage of returning players. We also are always welcoming new players to the season. But one story that I'm excited to really talk about is we actually have a coach this year that has also been a past player and that also had the opportunity to work with the Cavs as well. And so when we think about, the full circle moment of an experience like that, when you have someone that was a participant in the league that is now giving up his time and talent to go and coach league players, like that really is embodiment of the program.
And then the young men who join, they come in from all over Cleveland. And then they kind of go into different teams and it becomes a competition, right?
Yes, and it becomes a sense of community and family, and that's one of the other things. We talk about that mentorship and support for this group of young men. It provides them the opportunity to compete on the court, but then also have a sense of community off the court as well. And so the coaches, yes, they are, the skills and the drills, but then also, the phone calls and maybe the other connections that they're able to make with the young men is huge.
Now, I know the big finale is coming up. There's the playoffs, and then there's a big championship going on over at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. But talk about how people can get involved and get ready for next year.
Okay, and so we are excited every season. When we think about summertime, as summer rolls around in Cleveland, we will be recruiting for Hoops After Dark. And so we have tried to make sure that it's easy and accessible for players to find out. And so we will have information on the city's website. We will also promote information through the Cavs website, and there is an online registration process that will kick off with tryouts. We typically launch the season in August it'll be 2026.
If people want more information, where can they go?
If they would like more information, they can feel free to reach out to the City of Cleveland, my contact information within the city, the Mayor's Office of Prevention, Intervention, and Opportunity for Youth and Young Adults.
All right, Hoops After Dark. Samantha, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to work on my... Next, we tag along with the mayor to the 12th Congressional District Community Caucus Labor Day Parade. And later on TV20, a brand new episode of Food for Thought, the show that brings you new recipes and nutritional information and shows you what all the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center has to offer. In this episode, I learned how to make one dish 3 different ways. We also learn about when you can get free pet food at the food bank from one of its partners, the Animal Protective League.
The Cleveland Division of Police is announcing a new feature in reporting non-emergency crimes. When you call the non-emergency number 216-621-1234, a dispatcher will then send you a link via text to your cell phone. Other options are to call 833-461-0144 or use the QR code and report your non-emergency crime. We encourage everyone to add both the Cleveland Division of Police non-emergency phone number and the direct number in their cell phones.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
Hello, my name is Yvette Nossel, Director of Community Initiatives at the Cleveland Animal Protective League. We provide services here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. I am part of a team called Project CARE. The letters of CARE stand for Community Animal Retention Effort. The mission of Project CARE is to help provide services to pet owners in times of hardship so they can retain their pets in their home. We distribute food here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In addition to our pet food distribution, we can also assist pet owners in getting the necessary medical care for their pets at our low-cost community pet clinic located at our pet shelter in Tremont. Stop by and talk to one of our Project Care associates for more details.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe here at the USS Cod, nestled in between the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Burke Lakefront Airport. People from all over the city came out for the 11th Congressional District Community Caucus Parade, including the mayor. Our Richard Stewart was there.
The 2025 annual Labor Day Parade is more than just floats, family, and friends. It's about a commitment to workers of the city of Cleveland.
The 53rd annual Labor Day Parade brought thousands of Clevelanders to the city's southeast side, keeping alive a tradition that stretches back decades.
Well, this is the 11th District annual parade, the Labor Day Parade. This is being done for years. It started out with Congressman Lou Stokes. It then continued with Stephanie Tubbs Jones. Then it went to the Honorable Congresswoman, then Madam Secretary Marsha Fudge, and now it's being hosted by our own Congresswoman Shontel Brown. So this is an annual tradition. This is when most of the African American community and all communities come together in the southeast part of town just to celebrate labor and what labor means to all of us in this community.
For Council President Griffin, the parade is not just a celebration, but a chance to remember Cleveland's deep ties to the labor movement.
Labor Day, the real reason is for workers. And if people know the background, John Green, who is the first African-American state representative, actually is the one who created Labor Day at the State House. So that kind of tradition coming out of Cleveland and being able to celebrate and have a party with a purpose is always great.
Well, as a proud grandson and son of folks who got their start to be in the middle class because of labor unions, I wanted to celebrate the dignity of work, but also celebrate Cleveland being a city that's always standing up for the working class.
Mayor Justin Bibb says that commitment shows real action, from reviving the city's Fair Employment Wage Board to boosting firefighter pay.
This board sat dormant for almost 2 decades, and so the fact that we're able to work with City Council to bring this board back to life to make sure workers are getting more than their fair share in terms of wages is so important. We hold every employer in our city accountable. We just negotiated a 21% pay increase for the minimum in our fire department, which shows our commitment to public safety in the city. So I'm really proud we got that deal done, especially as the son of a firefighter.
So Labor Day affords many families the opportunity to have financial stability. And again, when you're able to have financial stability, then you are really able to enjoy life. When you think about being able to provide food for your family, having a house over everybody's head, and just being able to enjoy life, you know what I'm saying? And when you work hard, you want to have a little bit of rest. And Labor Day is an opportunity to bring all of those things together.
And for residents, the day was not just about pride, but family.
My daughter's in a parade, and she's with the Rising Star Academy. Feel proud, exciting. It's a wonderful day.
I am a social support specialist. I work in the rec center and the Cleveland Public Library. I help the patrons throughout the city of Cleveland with different kind of resources. I like the things that I do. I love the social service work. I like to help people.
After a morning filled with fun, music, and plenty of floats and Union pride, it culminates here at Luke Easter Park. For TV20 News, I'm Richard Stewart.
Boy, I had a really good time hanging out on the USS Cod. Thanks to Paul Ferrace for teaching me more about this ship and the historic aspects of it. And thank you for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. We'll see you next time.